On October 7, 2025, the Supreme Court of India questioned the Election Commission (EC) about the accuracy and transparency of Bihar's final voter list after a special intense revision (SIR) of electoral rolls. The court reminded the EC that openness and access to information are essential for a healthy democracy. A bench led by Justice Surya Kant and Justice Joymalya Bagchi noted that over 21.5 lakh voters were added and 3.66 lakh were removed from the final voter list. The judges asked the EC to clarify who these newly added voters were. They wanted to know if they were among the 65 lakh names deleted earlier in the draft roll or if they were completely new voters. The bench said this clarification was important to maintain public trust in the electoral process. The final voter list now shows 7.42 crore eligible voters in Bihar compared to 7.24 crore in the draft roll and 7.39 crore before the SIR began on June 24. The court also asked if the EC had informed the individuals whose names were deleted from the list and whether those people had been given a chance to appeal their exclusion as required by law. Justice Kant reminded the EC that voters have a right to appeal if their names are removed. The court also asked whether a separate list of deleted voters had been displayed publicly, as required under Rule 21A of the Registration of the Electors Rule 1960, which says such lists must be shown at district election offices. Senior advocate Rakesh Dwivedi, representing the EC, said that data from local officers was still being collected and that no complaints had been received about wrongful deletions. He added that the final voter list had already been shared with political parties and that anyone could compare it with the draft roll to identify deletions. Justice Kant also questioned the petitioners' lawyers Prashant Bhushan and Neha Rathi, asking them to show specific examples of wrongly deleted names. He said the court could not conduct a general or roving inquiry without evidence of harm. Prashant Bhushan, however, argued that the SIR had created more confusion instead of cleaning up the electoral rolls. His written submissions stated that while Bihar's adult population in September 2025 was estimated at 8.22 crore, only 7.42 crore names appeared in the final list, meaning around 80 lakh adults, that is 10%, were missing from the rolls. He also pointed out that the gender ratio had worsened after the revision. While Bihar's general gender ratio was 934 women per 1000 men, the ratio in the voter list had dropped to 892, suggesting 17 lakh missing women voters. Bhushan further alleged that the SIR had disproportionately excluded Muslim voters, saying that the Muslims made up 25% of those deleted in the draft list and 34% in the final deletion, resulting in the loss of about 6 lakh Muslim voters. Bhushan also claimed that there were over 5 lakh duplicate or invalid entries, including voters with blank addresses, gibberish names, or mismatched gender data. The Supreme Court directed the Election Commission to respond to all these issues in detail and scheduled the next hearing for Thursday.